Hey, welcome to a Flare Corp Media mountain climbing preparation update. So, time to show you my gear. I've been saying I was going to, and I have 3 hours until I leave, so it's time to pack it, or try to pack it. And this is my last chance to show you what I tentatively am hoping I'm going to be able to take. It's heavy. I'm not as concerned about base weight because we are going to be hiking in, setting up camp, leaving most of the heavy stuff at camp. And then day packs will just be more like electronics and a couple rations of food type thing. So I'm not going ultralight. I'm going with the intention of filming a video or a documentary type thing along the way. So you're going to notice I'm kind of heavy on the electronics. By the time I get trying to pack all of this in, a lot of this stuff may be gone because it may just not fit. So anyway, let's get started here. So I've kind of laid out my gear into the various sections. We have a spreadsheet, and these are the sections that I have on my spreadsheet, and then we have the weight of all of these, and I'll try and link a read-only version of that in the description below if you're interested in the weight and all the gear I actually have or thought about bringing. Anyway, first up, I'm not going to be able to tell you model names. That's where that spreadsheet with the weights and everything will come from. So I'm just going to tell you what the broad purpose is. Pack 65 liters. Everything has to fit in there or clip onto the outside of it or underneath it. Tall order. These are likely going to have to come out of their bags because that is not a convenient way to pack. If you can take them out of your bag and just shove them around other things, it's much better. This is my top quilt. Saw it in the Oregon Trail Adventure. Really soft and warm. Just wish it was slightly bigger, like a wide one. But anyway, awesome. Under quilt. This is going to help trap heat underneath me so convection doesn't cool me down too much. My Sea to Summit blow-up pillow. This is the insulated air pad. Gives you something, helps hold in the heat, but then also helps keep the hammock propped open a little bit. So this is the gear section. Didn't say that. The hammock itself, this will strap right underneath the pack. I have some straps for that. This is the Go Next Day Pack. I did a whole video on this. So this unfolds into just a little backpack. I've been using this when I ride my bike to work. I just put my clothes in here, ride to work, and then switch, take a shower, and switch clothes. So this, because there's a lot of snow this year, there's still some snow on the mountain, and I was really afraid about having to cross that because it'd probably be slippery and icy by now. So we bought some micro spikes. So those just go in this protective bag so you don't puncture holes in anything. These are generic Chinese brand number 1. There's a whole bunch that look exactly like this with different names. This, what is this? It's a good question. Oh, this is a rain cover for my backpack. So it goes on the outside of the backpack. It will not fully protect against water, but it'll help keep the main sprinkles off. But water could still sneak around on the backside of my back and everything, but it's better than nothing. I bought these. These are extra straps for the hammock because I had a hard time in the Oregon Trail Camping Adventure when I tried out the hammock finding a tree big enough. So I bought some more hammock straps to hopefully alleviate that. But those require some carabiners, so those go with that. And then these are just as I need them to clip things onto the outside of my backpack or whatnot. I did end up going with some climbing poles. Wasn't sure if I was going to, but they say they take off about 20% of the pack's weight from you just by being able to put some weight onto your arms. These ones are brand new at Cabela's. They're Ascend brand, Acadia. So a couple things to know about these is they have cork grips. And from what I've heard, cork helps kind of absorb sweat a little better than rubber. So I really wanted to go with those. These were only like 45 or 50 bucks. They're really cheap. As light as the carbon fiber ones I saw at Scheels. They do have these type of clamps, which I think are a little easier to use than the twist to make it tighter ones. And it also comes with, these are your everyday hiking ones, so you take this off and put it down here where the spike is. Just slides up there. And they also came with snow shoes, so you put that on there. It helps you not dig into the snow. So I'm looking forward to trying those out, especially since they're brand new. So that's it for gear. This is clothing. So this is the Tilly cream hat. I love that hat. It's awesome. This is a rainfly. Or sorry, this is a rain jacket from North Face. Folds into a, they call it usable fanny pack, and here's the usability part. They added one pocket and a strap. So this strap is coming off to save weight because I'm not going to fanny pack that around. Then I have sleeping clothes here, just a pair of shorts and shirt. It's probably too heavy, like weight-wise, but that's all I have. Sunglasses, gotta have those. Bandanas, big, that's an important tool because you can use them for all kinds of things. Dish rags, setting injuries, covering your mouth from smoke, whatever. They're really important. These are polypropylene undergarments, just ones I found on Amazon, so they just stretch and they're base layers, so you put them underneath your clothes to help keep you warm in case it gets colder, because the top of the mountain is going to be 50 degrees roughly. Sleeping is going to be around 70, so it might be nice in there somewhere. I've had extra long pants and long shirt. This is the camp towel, so lightweight towel that absorbs very well, and then it has this bag that you can hang on the outside of your other bag to help dry. These are antimicrobial underwear, 2 pairs. So I can maybe wear them one way, flip them inside out, wear them the other way. Give them while one is being washed. They're just, again, random ones I found on Amazon. These happen to be qNdYRQnk, but they're antimicrobial, so they should help with the stink. Then a pair of sleeping socks up there. And then 2 pairs of walking socks. These have been treated with the penethrin bug repellent that I did a video on. Along with this shirt. It's lightweight and has the sleeves that I'm not doing a very good job of showing you. Lightweight shirt with a vent in the back to help keep you cool. The whole thing whisks sweat away, dries really fast, has sleeves that roll up. There's a button there. I actually own one of these I wear every day just because I love how comfortable it is. And I saw that the store had another one on clearance, so I picked it up, and that's going to be my camping shirt. Pants. Also treated with the penethrin. These are from North Face. They're just standard hiking type pants with zip-offs to help keep you cool, convertibles. Some pockets on the sides, always helpful. Supposed to have rip-stop material. These may or may not make it in the pack, but they're just water shoes. They're the lightest shoes I had. These I'd wear around camp when I wanted to let my feet breathe from my zeros. I've been wearing these a little too much from when I first bought them. I've been wearing them to bike, and so I've kind of torn up the inside, so they're not as comfortable as they once were, but I did get new insoles from Zero, but I'm quite concerned that my feet are going to hurt. Unfortunately, I wish I could have bought new shoes, but didn't have time. And then one of my favorite pieces of gear that I bought is a new vest. I mean, I love vests. And this one was on sale at Cabela's. Pockets all over, carabiners. That way I can just put camera gear and stuff in there so I don't have to go digging around in my pack. I did not treat that. And this may or may not make it a bug net. If there's a tiny bit of room, then I'll take it out of the box and put it in there. But that may not make it. But there's clothing. A couple of other clothing things that I'll be wearing on me and not in my pack is this Chum's wallet, marsupial wallet, I think. So it's just really small, lightweight. It's not waterproof, but it has my ID and a little bit of cash and some permits. And then you could put your keys on there and tuck them away inside the little pocket. And you have a little, much lighter than my leather wallet. Then just a paracord bracelet. And then I always have a pocket knife on me. And this one has a light and a pen. I don't get the ones with the tweezers or the toothpick. Tweezers would be nice, but there's no room. I like these two things better. On to food and water. So I have my jet boil that I did a video on. So that's going to heat up all the water I'm going to need to cook all my food. You don't actually cook in this, you just heat up water and pour it into something else. So that means I had to get myself a collapsible bowl. So I'm going to put my food in the bowl and then pour the water in it and let it rehydrate. Because I did a lot of homemade food and not ones that were in packs already. Just a lightweight water container. Sawyer squeeze water purifier, so you can hook this up to the end of this and just squeeze out and drink from that. So your dirty water's in there, comes through the filter. Comes with a couple more bags. And something if you really wanted to hook it up to like a water bladder, which I'm not taking, but you could hook it up to a water bladder. I realized I needed a cup, so I got myself this insulated. It's lighter than almost any other cup I could have grabbed, so I'm not complaining. The size is a little unwieldy, but has measuring cup in there. Have lots of coffee that I like to drink. Put my shakes in there, shake them up, and be able to mix it around. My long spork for getting into deep crevices of deep bags. Camp fuel for the stove. And then, since I'm not doing the bladder, I decided to do a couple of smart water bottles. So you can just hook the Sawyer squeeze right up onto this. Put it right there and then squeeze out. So I'll have one for maybe dirty water and one only for clean. So that way I can back flush. I haven't decided yet. But this will be the initial water I take in. On to toiletries. So I've got biodegradable toilet paper and a poop shovel, so you have to dig down, go to the bathroom, cover up your toilet paper. We fortunately do not have to pack out or use toilet paper. It can be buried. So little camp soap for helping cleaning. This is to help with chafing. Combat wipes, these are biodegradable, basically wet wipes, so you can give yourself the truck stop shower or sanitize yourself. Hand sanitizer in case you get injured or just to make sure that you clean your hands after touching gross water. My toiletry bag, so I've got a toothbrush, spare contacts, contact case, in case I need to take my contacts out. I wear them 30 days at a time, but sometimes just in case something gets in them. Toothpaste, Blistex, pill bottle with Advil, Tylenol, Aleve, Pepto-Bismol, and Benadryl in case I get into something really nasty. Here's the first aid kit, so pretty basic gauze, tape, Neosporin, and then super glue in case I need to hold something together. Little floss, it's kind of also an emergency kit, floss for sewing like rips in gear. I have a needle that I need to stick in this, little bit of duct tape there, tweezers, and emergency matches. Oh, there's the Benadryl, sorry. And then blister relief. So that's it for toiletries. Yeah, no, we're not planning on showering this whole time. On to accessories, I guess. So got my Schrade hatchet. I like this thing. It has a little fire starter in the end. Good for breaking down wood into usable pieces. A solar light. So this, you actually can inflate it. and then it just sits there at camp and charges, and then it'll last all night. This one, the Lucci Emerge, has a red light option, so you just turn it on up there. And the red light helps, one, keep bugs from migrating to it, but two, keeps your eyes in their natural night vision mode. Almost went with just this knife, and I may still, if I can't find room for the other one. Just a tiny little neck knife. I decided I'd try a neck knife out, so it's easy access. It's qRQnk Cricket, I think, neck knife. Really cool. I love the design on the handle. They kind of wore through it. So this and my vest are my two favorite new pieces of gear. Knife sharpener. This is a Ride in the Rain notebook and pen, so you can actually use this pen and this notebook and write in water. You don't have to worry about anything getting damaged if it does get wet. So diary. Emergency blanket. Gotta have one of those, maybe two, but I only have one. Emergency poncho, never know. Bic lighter. This should work at altitude. One of these will last a very long time for lighting fires. This is a patch kit for inflatable mattress and things like that. These are fire starters, so it's kind of, well, wet fire, so it's kind of like a wax and cotton mixture, because we do want campfires. So this is, aside from bringing lighter fluid or a torch that can just blast fire for a long time, these will help start the fire quicker. I do bring a compass just in case all the electronics die and an EMP goes off and I'm stranded. This little compass, just nice to have. And then we are going to be in Colorado, so there is the chance of rattlesnakes and bears and mountain lions and whatnot. So I am bringing my Springfield Armory 911 gun with I have a conceal and carry permit, and so then I will be putting this around my ankle just so I get it off my waist, because if I tried to waist carry it, these straps here would be bumping into it on my pack. So I needed a place to put it not in my waistband. So that's this, and just one extra magazine. And rounding off the gear, I always print off maps of kind of the region. So this one's more of a topographical. This one's a Google satellite image. This one's just more of a regular map. And then these are the trail instructions from 14ers.com, just so I don't have to pull out my phone and read it. I can just look right at this, save some battery. So that's it for accessories. On to electronics. Like I said, this is the biggest one, and some of this stuff may not be making it. We'll just see what I can do. DJI drone. So the drone, the Mavic Air, is in here. It's right there. And then I have the controller and spare propellers in this one. Instead of bringing one case big enough for both of these are hard-sided. Easier to pack when they're smaller like that. Couple of spare batteries, and because the Mavic Air does not let you charge via USB, which is quite a pain in the butt, I have a charger, but that means that it has this type of plug, which means I had to change or get an additional portable battery that could allow me to handle that, so we'll see it in a second. USB cables for charging the other various things, handful of those. This is the Garmin inReach. This is our emergency system. This is the mini. Seth went with the Explorer, the bigger one, because I have a newer watch than Seth does, so my watch compensates for what this mini doesn't have compared to Seth's bigger inReach. This is a satellite communication device, so you can send messages. It does take a pretty expensive monthly plan to use this, but it's worth it. It has an SOS feature, so if you're in emergencies, you pop that open and push it. It'll send off an emergency SOS. You can send text messages from this, The other one, the bigger one that Seth has maps, but this one doesn't. But then you can track your location and send it to a website so family and friends or people online can follow you along. They can ping your location so that they know where you are. I do have a couple things that require AAA batteries, so I grabbed a couple of those extra. GoPro head mounts, that way if I'm doing something with my hands and want to show you a first-person view, I can just put this on my head. GoPro Hero 7 Black, so that goes with that. It also goes with, oh, where is it? It also goes with this backpack clip, so I can just have this on my backpack all the time and record as I need to without having to set anything up. Spare battery, because sometimes you don't want to, I wanted to be able to go a whole day without having to plug it into a recharging battery. I want to just be able to flip-flop batteries. Okay, on to this. This is my Canon SX740HS camera. It's got my, this is the only thing I have that has a telephoto lens. So this has an equivalent 172 millimeter lens when it comes out. This is going to let me get tighter shots, even though it's a small sensor. It's the best I have right now. So that goes there. Then for my main camera, my nice camera, I'm bringing my Fujifilm X-T3. This is an awesome camera. I've barely begun to scratch the surface of what it can do. It's got a little bit of a telephoto on it, but not much. And then that has a spare battery as well. And I may or may not bring this flash if I decide to do shots with that. And then this, I love this thing. This is my DJI Osmo Pocket. It's a gimbal. It's what I record a lot of vlog type stuff with. Normally it comes in a case that only holds the gimbal. Okay, so the Osmo Pocket is the thing in the middle, and then I have this mount on it, as well as a Wi-Fi module, so I can do like time-lapse shots and move the gimbal around during the shots and things like that. But the case that I normally had only held the Osmo Pocket. You had to carry everything else separately. Well, I found this case online that lets you put the scroll wheel on the back, so you can easily swap that out. Has places for filters. This is a wide angle lens. Has a place for adapters. And then you can leave the mount on and the Wi-Fi module and keep it all on there, and it's still almost pocketable. So then this, I'd love to take this back because my camera doesn't quite fit into it, so if I have time, I'll try to take it back. I was looking for ways to protect my Fujifilm, and so I was originally going to go with this. It's just a little padded case, but it's not very convenient. I can't hang it from my belt or hang it from a strap. It's more just put in my backpack and keep it from getting damaged. So I went looking for like a drop case, so this hangs from your shoulder or something like this, and you open it up and you just take your camera out. Well, the Fujifilm barely fits in there. I thought this was a smaller camera than that. So there's another one that's slightly bigger. If I have time to run back and swap it out before I have to leave, then I will. This is my only tripod. It's a Joby Gorilla Pod. This holds 3 kilograms. This is the Garmin Tempe, so this just tells you the ambient temperature. Got a cricket. Couple of cleaning cloths, the gray one for sure, so I can do white balance. This is the flashlight that uses normal batteries. I wish I had a rechargeable one, but didn't have time to get it. In here, I'm not going to open it, but there's a headlamp, and you can, it comes with this case, so you can like mount it to things and have kind of another lantern. And you can see it also has red. Well, maybe you can't see. It also has red to save night vision. Okay, onto those portable batteries I was talking about. So these weigh a lot. But making this film is important to me, so I'm willing to make the sacrifice. So did a video about this Anker 2800 or 2600, whatever. Has power delivery. This would have been perfect if the dang Mavic Air drone could charge via USB. But it can't, so I went out and also picked up this. Has a actual plug in it. It's by Jackery. It's like 2300 milliamp hours or something. So I should have battery for days. So that's it for the electronics. On to food. Basically, broccoli, even if it's vacuum sealed and put in another bag, still smells like broccoli. I can smell it all over the place. Basically, I just put each day's expected rations in a bag. Probably a little heavy on the amount of food, but you pack your fears. And I was really afraid I'd be running out of energy, so I packed a little too much. So I have a snacks bag, mostly bars, some goo gel to replenish electrolytes, some zucchini chips I made, and some apple chips. And then drinks, and I don't know if this will make the cut or not, a little hot sauce. Hot sauce will, so if some of these, because I made meals, this is rice and mushrooms and seasonings. Hot sauce will make anything taste good, right? But this is drinks otherwise, so coffee packets, individual coffee packets, tea packets, made individual Gatorade packets. Another little thing in food is one cigar. It's a celebration cigar. This is a Baccarat. Because if I get up this sucker, then after 7 months of hard work, I want to be able to celebrate. So now I just have to get all of that, including the tarp. This tarp goes underneath the hammock, so that way I can just put my hammocks here, bag underneath it on the tarp, and I can stand on something if I need to without standing in the dirt. All of that needs to get into this, which I don't think will happen. So it'll be interesting to let you know what didn't make the cut. So I weigh 221 pounds in the buff. Currently, I mean, obviously I have clothes and stuff in pockets and stuff, so I can't tell you exactly how much my pack weighs. But right now, I weigh 280 pounds. And that doesn't include my pistol, this camera, and these trekking poles. Nor apparently my sunscreen or bug spray, because I forgot to pack that. So that's what, 59 pounds of stuff. I think I can cut a lot of weight by taking the drone out and the spare battery for that. I can always, I can go to the camp, set up the hammock, all that stuff. My dog's here. Do like a little hour-long trek back to the car to grab the drone and the batteries, bring those back to the campsite so I don't have to carry all of this for 2 to 4 miles. Because this is, I hurt myself when I picked it up. And right now, my back is just screaming, so I'm not carrying all of this. I told Seth he's not allowed to laugh at me. He's like, oh, my pack weighs 30 pounds without water in my pistol. I'm like, yeah, how about try 45 or something. Anyway, I'm finally off. So it is now 11 o'clock almost, and we are leaving at 1. So I have to get going. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe so you can continue to get updates and hit the bell icon and you get updates about my progress on the trip immediately with that bell icon. Until next time, I'm obviously doing what I love. Keep doing what you love. Thanks for watching.